Child actors. Those two words put together should make any adult cringe a little inside. These child actors often end up gravitating toward a sinful lifestyle. There are exceptions, of course, but Clare Crockett from Ireland was not one of these exceptions. You see, she was already climbing her way to stardom locally. She wanted more. She wanted fame, riches, and notoriety. She wanted to make it in Hollywood. Many believed that she could because her talent was indisputable. But she loved to party. She partied a lot. In fact, she had started going to clubs at the age of 12. She was drinking and smoking and Anyway, one day, a friend called and asked Clare if she wanted to go on a trip to Spain. All travel expenses paid. Clare was like, a free trip to Spain where she could party without parents around? Sign me up. But when she got there, she found out it was a Holy Week retreat. Not exactly a place for drinking and partying. She was annoyed and only attended the events where she felt like her absence would be noticed if she wasn't there. At the Good Friday service, she participated passively. When she saw people getting in line to kiss the feet of Jesus, she fell in line as well. After all, she was going to do what everyone else was doing. When it was her turn, she went down to her knees and kissed his feet. She later wrote, "I do not know how to explain exactly what happened. I did not see the choirs of angels or a white dove come down from the ceiling and descend on me. But I had the certainty that the Lord was on the cross for me. And along with that conviction, I felt a great sorrow, similar to what I had experienced when I was little and prayed the Stations of the Cross. When I returned to my pew, I already had imprinted in me something that was not there before. I had to do something for him who had given his life for me." But, like many of the people we have discussed on this channel, she went right back to her world and continued her lifestyle of partying, drinking, and smoking. In the year 2000, she would find herself in Rome at World Youth Day. As a group of nuns passed by, she heard a voice clearly say to her, "I want you to live like them." Clare responded by turning up the music in her headphones in an attempt to drown out the voice. Teenagers, right? Yet, she couldn't stop thinking about those nuns. One night, she had run off to the restroom so drunk she was sick. Kneeling now at a toilet rather than the feet of Jesus, she heard the voice again. This time it said, "Why are you still hurting me?" She realized that despite staying in extravagant hotels, rubbing shoulders with celebrities and important people, and dining at fine restaurants, she was lonely and she was empty. She was hurting herself and therefore hurting Jesus. So she declared, "That's enough," left everything, went back to Spain where this had all begun, and joined the Sisters of the Home of the Mother. Sister Clare Crockett would be known to serve with joy. We've talked a lot about joy on this channel, and it's clear at how it is just so attractive. Others want to be around people who are joyful. Sister Clare was known for this. She would serve in Spain, America, and Ecuador, spending much of her time with children and teenagers, sometimes working with the most difficult students and driving them to achievements no one else thought them capable of. It would be found later that she suffered from migraines, but she always felt compelled to go and do God's work, smile through the pain, and radiate genuine joy, so much so that no one ever even knew when she was having a migraine. No one doubted her love for God, her love for those around her, and her love for the work she was doing. But then it hit.
The toll is rising after a devastating earthquake centered on the coast of Ecuador. The president of Ecuador says more than 230 are dead. Many more are hurt. Hundreds of buildings are destroyed. Crews are searching for survivors. It hit last night, magnitude 7.8, the strongest to jolt Ecuador since 1979. More than 135 aftershocks followed.
Over 650 people died in Ecuador on April 16th, 2016. Sister Clare was in a classroom teaching guitar to her students when the earthquake hit, and the building they were in collapsed. She and 5 of her teenage students were among the dead. After her death, her story began to spread. People all over the world were sending their prayers and support to the Sisters of the Home of the Mother. And even better, they were sending their testimonies of how Sister Clare's story had convinced them to return to the sacraments and live a more holy life. She is still doing God's work. And the irony here is her fame is still spreading. Yep, there's that fame and probably fortune she had wanted when she was younger. Her cause for beatification was opened on January 12th, 2025. So, in the description, I have left for you a link. This is a direct link to a prayer you can say to help servant of God, Sister Clare Crockett, in her journey to sainthood. I very much encourage you to go and visit the site. But Sister Clare Crockett is not the only modern day potential saint we have that was known to just exude joy. Right here in America, in Bismarck, North Dakota, servant of God Michelle DuPong's case is being investigated. She would be known for her kindness and joy despite excruciating pain. Find out about her story right here. Servant of God, Sister Clare Crockett, pray for us.